Hello, everybody. Mike from Southern California again. It's Tuesday, March 31st, 2020, and you're on the mic. So, okay, first off, we know that today was the deadline for briefs to be submitted to the appeals court in Vic Mignogna's case. Hopefully, we'll hear something maybe from Nick Rekieta tonight about that. Um, of course, a lot of people are expecting basically some extensions to be filed due to the fact that with everything else going on right now. Um, so hopefully we'll hear something about that pretty soon here. Um, Aside from that, of course, today I wanted to talk about some craziness going on maybe over the last, well, pretty recently within the last few days, but also, um, just kind of some undertones over the last few weeks, months, in terms of regarding KickVic, KV, and I'm gonna focus on today, of course, um, LJ Montello, Shane Holmberg, and Emmett Plant. Get so of course, you know, about a month ago, we know that Shane and Shane and and Lynn were going back and forth a bit, over over how things are going. I mean, basically, you it does seem like you're starting to see cracks in, a lot of them are just coming back to the same tactics. Emmett Plant recently started up again, with no evidence whatsoever. But you know, that's what they call taking advantage of a crisis, right? But yeah, so you got people accusing Shane of just kind of siding with them because, trying to get people to go to his cons. You got LJ Montella. Well, everybody, it's been well documented that she, has been diagnosed medically as a paranoid schizophrenic. Now she's coming out claiming to have all these, being, this very educated, all these degrees, you know. Again, basically, you know what they say, delusions of grandeur, right? Where she's going off because somebody challenged her the other day. But as usual, a lot of the people in KickVic are still trying to be relevant, so they'll recycle a lot of the old garbage. They keep, they'll once in a while they'll come out and say, yeah, well, this person, we somebody said this, you even said it in a, I know Shane even pointed out that they once again misrepresenting the truth, that Vic claimed to tug, said that he claimed to tug um, Jamie's hair, which is not true. These people are just trying to stay relevant now, even though we're in the midst of a crisis here, health crisis. Um, and yet they're still just trying to stir the pot, you know. As I've always said on this matter, it's best not to just give. I know Come Geek, someone's been still continue to help have some videos up, but for the most part, just about everybody else, including myself, haven't really talked a whole lot about KickVic. Lately, there's been stuff coming out. Like everybody knows, about a week or so ago, Duchette coming out and claiming how, with him having to close down his law firm, or his supposed law firm, that he might try to go on YouTube and try to make money off of that. Um, let's see. We had Refimus come out recently, but then they've kind of sulked into the background. You got Greg Duchette still trying to beg money. beg money from people. Shane's still trying to be relevant by putting in his 2 cents. Um, LJ Montello hasn't, to her credit, she hasn't been going after Vic as much. She's been going after people who don't agree with her in general. That's basically, Christian conservatives. Well, she's attacking people on all sides, neoliberals, neocons, this, that, and the next thing. If it's not a Sanders Warren ticket, she's totally against it. That's basically her viewpoints. Those crazy libs, right? Um, but yeah, I think I think there is though a growing concern for Montello that she's slowly losing her grip on reality, even more so than usual. So, um, but that's the whole nature of KickVic. It's like, and then Emmett Initiative, Emmett Plant came out recently and started up again, saying, well, I know of some people who claim that Vic touched them inappropriately and all that, but yet, as always, they never provide any actual physical proof. They don't show these. Supposedly, this stuff is happening in public. You don't have anybody who's confirming this, for one. The supposed victim, we still don't know who these supposed victims are. You know, there's no video evidence, there's no police reports, and these people just still keep trying to drive home the point of, you know, and at a time when we're going through a health crisis too. That's just that just goes to show you how they really feel about things. So, anyways, I think I've spent enough time and all that. That was just stuff I just decided to just comment on because there has been some rumblings of late that needed to be addressed. And also, as I said at the beginning of the video, today was supposedly the deadlines for briefs to be filed in the appeals case. I already went through all that, of course. Just that we haven't heard anything yet. Maybe Nick might say something tonight on his stream. Um, if anything did get filed, as many courthouses across the country are basically closed, or at least in person closing, just because everybody's being encouraged to stay at home and stuff like that. So you don't know if if extensions are going to be filed. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, so with all that being said, now let's move on to some happier notes here. Namely, this day in Nietzsche history. As you all know, today is Tuesday, March the 31st. So let's go back in time and see what else has happened on this date in history. So, on this date back in 1950, 70 years ago, Marvel would release on the newsstands the final issue of Cindy Smith, initially starting off as Cindy Comics, which I believe from what I've seen of it is kind of a slice of life romantic type comic following the adventures of Cindy Smith. Also, St. John would release on the newsstand. St. John Publishing would release on the newsstands the 10th issue of Teenage Romances. And then United Features would release the 10th issue of United Comics featuring Fritzy Rich, Fritzy Rich, which started out as Fritzy Rich Comics, of course. Um, so on this date, 1950, Cindy Smith number 40 by Marvel, Teenage Romances number 10, and United Comics number 10. Let's see, Teenage Romances number 10 from St. John, and then United Comics number 10 from United Features would all go on sale on this date in 1950. So, among others. And then on this date in 1974, which of course would be 46 years ago today. On this date, 46 years ago today. Um, the final issue of Go Nagai's horror comedy manga series, um, Do, um, Dororon Emma-Kun would um okay, the final issue of it, or final issue of its initial run in Weekly Shonen Sunday Comics, um would happen on this date in 1974. On this date in 1974, the the final issue of Dororon Emma-Kun, a horror comedy manga by Go Nagai, would finish its run in Weekly Shonen Sunday Comics, which was a Shogakukane magazine. Um, so with that being said, then and then one more thing on this date in 2006, um, which was 14 years ago today. Ice Age Meltdown, also known as Ice Age 2: The Meltdown, was released in theaters by Blue Sky Studios for 20th Century Fox. It was a sequel to Ice Age, the 2000 movie. On this date in 2006, Ice Age: The Meltdown, also known as Ice Age 2: The Meltdown, was released in theaters on this date in 2006. So now, with all that being said, you can check the link below if you want to contact me directly. You can always DM me on my Discord. You can always check out the Discord and check out the Discord and and join if you'd like. I'm still promoting a bunch of different dub companies. I'm still promoting the GoFundMe's, of course. As always, guys, never feel like you have to donate. If you have the means to and it's on your heart to do so, please consider donating. If you have already donated, please consider donating again. And if you cannot donate, you can still help out the cause by sharing the link. Because sharing is caring, after all. And you never know. Somebody maybe in your circle of friends might decide they want to help out too. Doesn't hurt to ask. Um, and if you like this content, please consider liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. I always look forward to the conversation with you guys, as long as it's civil and respectful. Um, I will usually get back to you as soon as I can. Um, so hopefully, anyways. And with that being said, I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.